Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Jomac and now I'm back with another banger. Now in today's video, I'm about to be showing you how you can make your Dodge Charger RT just as fast as a Scat Pack, if not faster. Now, a lot of people got RTs, not too many. I mean, a good amount of people got Scats too, but I feel like a lot of people got RTs. And a lot of people be wondering, like, how can I make my RT faster? You know, like some people want to drive their RT on just like some daily. Some people want to get their RT to be fast and be racing. You feel me? It just depends on the person. I'm here just to give y'all some ways on how you can make it faster, if not as fast as a Scat. So stay tuned. Before I get into the car talk and how you gonna make your RT as fast or if not faster than your Scat Pack, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. We are growing amazingly right now and I'm appreciating all that from all y'all. I appreciate y'all. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, go ahead and comment below, and go ahead and hit that share button too. Share this video to your friend that got the same car or want the same car or want to be just as fast, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, let's get into this car talk. So I don't, as you can see for me, let me go 0.5 on you. I don't got a Scat Pack over here to compare to, you know what I'm saying? But we still gonna show y'all how to do it. So with that being said, the RT, we got a 5.7 liter engine, 370 horsepower, followed with 400 pounds of torque. So the Scat Pack is obviously faster. The Scat Pack got the same type of engine, except for it's a 6.4 and it's super powered on each side. Supercharged on each side, you know what I'm saying? And that the Scat Pack is going to be 485 horsepower and 475 pounds of torque. So as you can tell from just those two comparisons with the horsepowers and the torque, the Scat Pack is obviously faster than your RT by a long shot. I'm not gonna say by a long shot, but it is a good amount. It's like what, 115 horsepower difference. Like that's a good amount. So, but there's ways though. There's ways that you can make this RT faster than that. So I'm about to tell you how. All right, now given the difference between the 5.7 engine and the 6.4 engine and the horsepower and torque differences, one of the first things that you can do to make the 5.7 just as fast is you can supercharge or boost it. Now, that is gonna make up that 110 horsepower, if not more, to boost this to become way faster, you know? But that's not gonna be cheap. And on top of that, some of these cars don't like boost, you know? Well, I'm not gonna say they don't like it. They might not be able to handle the boost if it's not tuned correctly. But, and on top of that, it's expensive to boost a car. A booster car is probably around like 6,000 to 8,000 to get a supercharger on top of here, and that's expensive. And between the RT and the Scat Pack is already around like an $8,000 to $10,000 difference. So it's like, do you want to spend that money to boost the RT, or do you just might as well go and get a Scat Pack? You know, so that's one of the options that you can take, and it's definitely going to make you faster, if not faster. So that's one of the options. And now one of the second options you can do is nitrous. You know, nitrous isn't really a street level thing. That's more so like at the racetrack. But the thing with nitrous is once you hit that nitrous button, it's gone. You go right back to the RT horsepower and torque level, and it's gone. Like, yeah, you're gonna zoom past the person at one time, but after that, it's not even worth nitrous anymore. So nitrous isn't something I'm gonna really say that like you should go for, but it's always an option if that's what you want to do. Now, if we're talking more on a naturally aspirated level, how you can make this car faster, we're going to start with one of the basic things. So looking at the cold air intake on this car, it's very restrictive on the RTs. And the exhaust manifold on this car is also restrictive. So with that being said, one of the things that you can do on the RT that will probably give you around 90 to 100 extra horsepower, if you do the same mods to a Scat Pack, is probably only going to give you around 60 to 80 horsepower, just because the Scat isn't as restrictive as the RT already is. So there's so many different cold air intakes you can get. Like you got the JLT, you got the K&N, you can get the Hellcat lower, which is really going to boost you if you get a Hellcat lower cold air intake. And then you can really do your exhaust as well. And those are just a couple of ways already that you can just get an easy 90 to 100 extra horsepower, and you're almost there. Now, not only talking about the cold air intake, you can also go ahead and get a ported intake, which will sit right on top of here on the engine, which sit right here. And that's not even going to be that expensive of a mod. And I forgot to price the price of the cold air intake. This is probably going to be around 300 to 400. This is probably also going to be some hundreds in there, but it's not anywhere near the price of if you got a Scat Pack instead of an RT, which is that $8,000 to $10,000 difference. And that's only going to run you what, if you, let's say you did both those mods, that's probably under $1,500, and you're pretty much pushing the same speed as a Scat already. So it's like, you see the difference there of like how cheap you can just upgrade this RT to be faster than a Scat. But that's not the only things we're going to talk about. We got some more coming. Now, another one of the things that you can do to make it as fast that you're actually going to need to really take it to that next level is you're going to need a camshaft. Now, you don't need to go get one of those really loud camshafts or bulky camshafts. You don't need those. You feel me? I've seen camshafts that are quiet and really do a lot of power, even though they're quiet, you know? And that's probably one of the ones that you want to go with, depending on how you like the car, you know, personal preference. But a camshaft is definitely going to help you push that power that you need to compete on that Scat Pack level. Something else as well is you're going to want to get some converters. Now, the Scat Pack and the RT both have the same transmission. They both have the HP70. But the converters in the RT will help you go for, it's not necessarily going to make you build more power, but it'll help you at the track more. So if you want to increase like your 0 to 60 speed, that's what the converters are going to help with. But more so on the street, that's not really a necessity. But the point of you wanting to make this more faster is probably because you're wanting to race. So that's probably going to help you. You can add some converters to it as well. And also another thing that we also talked about earlier in the video, how the exhaust is so restrictive, you can also add long tube headers to the car. Now, a lot of this stuff is also going to make the car extremely more loud too. Like long tube headers is going to make your car loud, but it's also going to build that power and it's going to be able to flow better so you can build that speed. And as well, going right along with the long tube headers, you're going to need high flow cats. And this is all going to also come with the tune, which we'll also get into right after this. But high flow cats and long tube headers is going to make your airflow through the exhaust much better, because as we've talked about, the restrictor system on this car when it comes to the exhaust is really bad. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know why, but it's really bad. So that will help reduce that restrictiveness and boost it. Almost forgot to add on there, you're also going to need a catback exhaust as well. And it really doesn't matter if you go with the Corsa or any of those other brands, because that's really not going to really give you too much extra horsepower. It's going to give you some for sure, but just go whichever sounds you like realistically when it comes to that, because it's all probably going to push the same. No matter what the manufacturer is telling you how much it's going to push, it's not really going to push that much. So really, anything from the motor going back to the car, you're going to want to replace all that to make it a lot faster. All right, and now the last thing that we're going to talk about, and definitely the most important thing, is you're for sure going to need a tune. Now, going along with like the long tubes, the camshaft, the catback, and all that extra stuff, you need a tune to make sure everything is flowing correctly. Now, the best tune that you're going to want to get is an E85 if you can get that. If not, then you can get the 93. That's not going to hurt the car. That'll still do the job, but preferably E85 tune. I forgot to add on there when talking about the tune, just in case y'all do go with the E85 tune, you are going to need bigger injectors. And also why I say you should go E85 tune is because it's going to keep your car more consistent and more like at that consistent speed and more consistent horsepower than going with the 93 tune, if y'all know what I'm saying. Now, all this stuff that I pretty much just said you should do to your RT is not cheap, you know. It's for sure going to be expensive. Like, it's going to be rubbing up against, like, if you were to do everything that I just listed in this video, it's going to, and that's getting you to that power of the Scat Pack, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be rubbing up against the price difference between an RT and a Scat Pack. So you really got to sit here and ask yourself, like, do you really want to build your RT to be as fast as a Scat Pack? Or do you just want to go ahead and get a Scat? So I feel like that's personal preference depending on who you are. Maybe the stuff I listed you can get at a cheaper price. And it's like, okay, I can get the RT, get the stuff that I need to make it faster than the Scat for a cheaper price than going to go get a Scat Pack. You know, I feel like that's up to you. That's up to you. But I just listed Loki listed a lot of different ways of how and what you need to do to make your RT as fast as a Scat Pack. Now, with all the information I just gave you, I hope that y'all able to make your RT faster, or if not as fast as a Scat Pack. But without further ado, this video is coming to a conclusion. The sun is beaming and it's hurting my eyes, I ain't gonna lie. But of course, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. But I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, but I'm out. Peace.